Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and special guests, I extend my warmest welcome to each one of you as we gather for another inspiring edition of Daoversation. This time, it's rather different than the common AMA that we've always been doing. This time, Daoversation takes a different theme in which we are calling it Town Hall. And this is the first edition, which is September's edition. And it's truly a pleasure to see so many familiar faces and new ones alike, all coming together to be a part of this remarkable journey. Most of you might be wondering, what is Daoversation Town Hall? Well, Daoversation is no longer just an event. It's become a cherished monthly tradition within our Daoversal family. It's a time for us to connect, collaborate, and celebrate together. It's a platform for reflection. We are also aiming for this monthly event to serve as a vital platform for us to reflect on our collective achievements and milestones. It's an opportunity to pause and look back at how far we have come. But looking back is not all we are going to be doing. It's not just about the past, it's also about the future. Town Hall is where we chart our course ahead, where we set new goals and embark on new adventures. It's where we collectively shape the future of Daoversal. More importantly, or may I say most importantly, it's about you, our incredible community. We are here to provide you with engagement and to create a deep sense of belonging for both you and I alike. Because Daoversal is not just about technology, it's about people. It's about all of us coming together with a shared vision and purpose. So as we embark on this new town hall journey, I encourage you to participate fully, ask questions, share your thoughts, and engage with your fellow Daoversal family members. It's in the spirit of collaboration that we truly shine. So thank you once again for joining us. Thank you for being a part of Daoversal, for your continuous dedication, and for your unwavering commitment to our shared mission. Together, we'll continue to reach new heights, and I can't wait to see what we will accomplish in the coming few months. Now, let's get started to make this town hall a truly memorable one as I deliver the opening speech. This time around, we have an agenda. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to another electrifying edition of Daoversation Town Hall September edition. We've put together an agenda that is packed with thrilling updates, remarkable insights, and engaging discussion. So buckle up as we embark on this exciting journey. First up, the first item on the agenda is welcoming the dynamic duo behind Daoversal's success, the driving forces behind Daoversal, which is Mr. Jonah, the CEO of Daoversal, and Mr. Ash, the CSO of Daoversal. They are here to share groundbreaking insights about Daoversal's journey from its inception to where we stand today. Expect updates on our priorities, strategic direction, and of course, some well-deserved celebration of our milestone. But wait, there's so much more. We have a new star that will be joining our little constellation today. That is none other than Daoversal's very own CMO, Mr. Mohammed, who will be having an AMA as the second part of today's agenda. So prepare to be dazzled as we introduce him to the Daoversal galaxy. We are sure that Mohammed brings fresh energy and vision to our team, and we can't wait to see his impact. Now let's turn our attention to more exciting moments as we welcome several guest speakers who has been part of the Daoversation family since its inception, and I am sure they have a lot of insight, a lot of personal testimonies to share. They are here to share their valuable insights and experience, so stay tuned to find out who they really are. We believe that learning from our wider network is key to our growth, and we are honored to have them here today. So after our guest speeches, this is your time to shine. We will be having an open forum discussion where you can directly interact with the leaders behind Daoversal. If you'd like to share your thoughts, if you'd like to ask questions, anything you'd like to say, so long as we engage and we foster transparency and collaboration. Remember, the Dalversal thrives on your feedback, so this session is absolutely crucial. And as we near the end of this exhilarating town hall, we'll wrap up with some key takeaways and then we draw the curtain. So we're excited about what the future holds and how we can collectively shape it. So fasten your seatbelts, folks. Our Daoversation Town Hall September edition is about to begin, and it's going to be a ride to remember. Let's start with the first agenda. I humbly and I most graciously invite the CEO of Daoversal, Mr. Jonah, and the CSO of Daoversal, Mr. Ash, to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, your applause, please.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Waiting for a few of our other team members to show their
Thank you,
faces.
Jonah.
Okay,
Yep, we have
Hey
Ash
guys,
there.
I hope it is all good. I'll let
yes,
Jonah will
good.
speak now.
Right, thank you for joining us, Mr. Jonah, looking sharp as ever. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Ash, looking as cool as ever. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. I'm sure the audience here are very excited to see all of your handsome faces. And let's get started. I would first like to open the floor for Mr. Jonah to deliver his speech for the day.
Yeah. I just would like to say, guys, we've been doing a lot of development on the background to ensure that everything moves smoothly moving forward. So we've heard a lot of feedback, I think, about the platform, what can be optimized, what can be improved on. And I think that that is our primary focus as of right now, along with developing or the final stages of the TFA. The biggest hurdles we've had is still with some users having login issues. So we want to be able to address that um, as soon as possible. And our team is working diligently to ensure that that process is actually optimized and can be a smoother transition when moving on to the Daoversal platform. So this is where a lot of our focus has been, along with some minor bugs. Some people having issues with like transaction passwords and a few additional things. But besides that, that has been taking up a lot of our time recently. And then also, yeah, we have some exciting news about the TFA. The TFA will actually be going live here on the 25th of September. So for people that are wondering when is that going to go live, it's been confirmed that we will be launching that on the 25th. And people will actually start to see that process start, and everyone will be able to participate accordingly. So we look forward to seeing your guys' feedback also once you join the TFA, and how that can be optimized if need be, or if you guys are just happy with the way things are. So I look forward to seeing the community excited about that, and I look forward to again launching it and making sure that we have a very happy community, because happy community equals a very strong project. I've always said this. When we go up to some other information, I did mention before that we did have some partners with the DIFC Metaverse Accelerator program that came from that. We have found out that we will not be able to mention names due to some NDAs that will be that are in the process of being signed. So that does restrict some of the information that we can mention about the partnership, but I can tell you that it's with one of the major companies here in the UAE region, and with their permission, once the NDA is signed, we will be able to find out exactly what we can speak about, whether we can mention just the company name, but not get into details about what we're doing with that partnership. But I think that company name alone will bolster some of everyone's confidence in not only the project, but our capabilities of being able to work with such large companies here in the region. So we look forward to that as well. And finally, I would like to give a quick shout out to some of the people that were, or I guess some of the winners from the Landathon, which was an amazing success. Is it cool if we talk about that now, Raul?
Yes, Mr. Jonah, I think that would be priority on the agenda. In fact, it could excite them. And if you don't
Yeah,
mind, we could also allow the winners to share a word or two if they like.
I think that would be great. I would love to speak with number one here, our first winner actually, which is Queen D. Queen D actually sold 169 pieces of land on her planet. Coordinates is 4-8. So wow, congratulations on that. That is an amazing number, for just having such a short time frame. I think that really just is a testament of actually what our community is capable of, and especially some valued members within this community. So Dee, we'd love to hear from you and see what you have to say. Congratulations on being number one.
Good morning, Jonah. Wow, I wasn't aware that I was number one. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
The community are loving this. It's been a crazy weekend of Dee help me buy land, and yeah, we're really excited to be a part of this, and love where it's going. Excitement's been off the scale, so just looking forward to the TFA starting and then moving forwards with everything else that's coming. Really excited.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I think everyone knows now in the community that you're here to provide a lot of education for those who don't know, and also support them any way possible. So I think that actually speaks for why your numbers are so high. And from the Daoversation team, we extremely appreciate all the work you do, and we think it's actually speaks for itself. Hence, you're the winner. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm shocked and blown away. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's a huge milestone. So I think you should wear that badge of honor, and yeah, let's continue this momentum.
Absolutely. We've not even started yet, have we?
No, we're just getting started. Okay, I'm going to mention the second winner. This would be number 2 on the list. Please excuse me if I butcher this name. It's going to be Mavang. Mavang actually had 147 pieces of land sold, coordinates 726. So Mavang, if you're here, please feel free to unmute yourself. Otherwise, we might have to move on to the next person. Sadly, we don't know who I don't think I know who their Zoom handle might be. So Mavang, if you're here, please ask to unmute yourself. We will do that. If not, then we will move on to the next winner. Okay, we will move on to the next one. The next one is Faber. This is 143 pieces of land sold. Wow, amazing. That's a great number. For anyone who doesn't know, 143 is actually stands for I love you. So that's a kind of a pretty cool number to have here for your total land sold. Coordinates is 1027. So on the outer rings, they're still getting some attention. That's amazing. Faber, if you're here, please feel free to say something.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me the permission to thanks all the people that are working. And I have to thank a person, there's Raffaele Michighe. We are and we are on team, if you know. But I think this is just a moving start, and we think that we can improve more and more as we have more opportunities that Daoversa can give us. So this is for me just a little start, but I'm so happy to be there and improve the community, power the community. So thank you so much.
Not a problem. We appreciate all the hard work you've been doing, and I think you have a strong community behind you, hence the number that you have there. So we thank you for providing that support to your community and helping them with any questions they might have, because I'm sure this takes a lot of work to do. I mean, you already have essentially 15% of the entire planet sold. So that's an amazing milestone to have in such a short period of time. So congratulations, Faber. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. This is now 4th place. This one is ESCO 399 with 104 pieces of land sold. Coordinates is 313. So this is the inner ring. ESCO, if you're on the call, please feel free to unmute yourself so we can give you some well-deserved praise. Okay, I'm not seeing any hands. Maybe we move on. Okay, and finally, this is a tie, I think, with Faber, is Justina. Justina has 143 pieces of land sold. Also, coordinates is 85. Wow. Justina, if you're on the call, please feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, I think that is it for our winners. We have 4 winners here that have been mentioned. And again, we thank you guys so much for your support behind the project. And I look forward to meeting your guys' community and seeing the progression of growth over the next few months. I would love to see what those numbers turn into. And of course, I look forward to stopping by and visiting your planet. So please keep up the good work. And yeah, that's extremely exciting. I guess we will be announcing those prizes here. There is some very nice prizes for the land-a-thon, and those will be mentioned in an official post on the Telegram. So please stay tuned for that. And again, guys, congratulations. When we move on to the next step, I guess the next thing would then just be mentioning a little bit more about the TFA, and then maybe Ash has something to say. The TFA, again, will be starting on the 25th. I think that's when pending rewards will be calculated and transferred over. So at that point, there probably will be a little bit of a bumpy transition, just because a lot of people, you know what I mean, might be confused, may not know exactly what to do with the process. So we'll be doing our best to provide some documentation to make sure that process is streamlined. And of course, if you have any questions that fit outside of the documentation that we provide, then of course our amazing team will be here to help you out, especially David, in the community manager. He's been working very, very hard, I would say, over the past few months now. Like, he's pretty much between him and Dee, those are our 2 main community managers, and they've been doing an amazing job managing this growing community. This is actually a huge milestone that we're able to do what we can with such an amazing team, because sometimes I feel like we could have, in other projects, they might have more administrators, but they don't do as much as our 2 admins do. David and Dee they're basically the manpower or woman power of 20 people. So we really thank them for all their hard work. And again, I had one more thing to mention. This would be data actually for the platform. So as of right now, we are tipping over 40,000 logins on the Daoverso platform. So I guess this being our now moving into our 2nd month, we if we do an average, we would say approximately 20,000 active users daily, just checking up with account information and stuff like that. But as a total, we have 40,000 that have logged in, and that number is growing daily. So congratulations, guys, for all your hard work. This is actually moving in the right direction. And we look forward to seeing that 100,000 mark, where then we can use this data and, of course, go approach some of the major VCs or venture capital funds here in the region. 100,000 people is nothing to joke about. This is actually an amazing number, and there is a lot that you can do with that type of community. So I look forward to it, and we'll continue giving you guys the good news as it comes. I would actually encourage everyone to invite your community into the official Daoversal Telegram if you have not already, because the logins that we have does not reflect the amount of people we have in that community. So there's actually a big group of you who choose to remain silent. If that is the case, then we respect that. But if you are willing to join our Telegram, then we would appreciate to have you there as well. And I think that is it for me. I will pass it over to Ash now.
Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is doing very fine since the last time we talked. But then it is just going to be short from me. So I wanted to take a moment to just update you all on our progress. Firstly, I am thrilled to share that everything is moving very smoothly, and the response we are receiving from the community is overwhelmingly positive. So I genuinely want to say thank you, guys, each and every one of you, for the support in our vision. And from the partnership side of things are looking promising. We are currently in discussion with much more significant names from the industry. While I'm eager to share more, as Jonah said as well, we will have to wait a bit until everything is approved and finalized. But I think rest assured, exciting times are ahead of us, and I can't wait to enable what we are working on and will be working on. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this journey. Stay tuned for more updates. And then I think I'll pass the floor to Raul, and we will not sell the show from Mohammed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ash. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonah. Truly an exciting time here at Daoversal, with tons of updates, tons of insights, tons of feedback, and definitely tons of winners for the Landathon. Congratulations as well to all the winners who actively participated. Your victory is well deserved. So we'll do a recap of item number 2 on the agenda right at the end of this town hall session. Now let's move on to the third agenda for today, and that is to welcome another C-level member behind the Daoversal team. And that individual is none other than Mr. Mohammed.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed, for joining us. I had to choose a sexy song because you are truly the most sexiest man alive. I'm kidding. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mohammed.
Only after you, Raul.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Mohammed. So, folks, we have here the presence of Daoversal's very own CMO, and we'll be doing what we've always been doing, a little back and forth question just to get to know another esteemed individual behind the driving force of Daoversal. So, Mr. Mohammed, are you ready to be put on the grill?
Lead the way.
And guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat box. I'd be happy to relay them to Mr. Mohammed, and we'd love to hear his response. So, Mr. Mohammed, like any AMA session goes, can you tell us a bit about your background and the journey that led you to become a CMO?
I started my career with a degree in international business management. So that laid the foundation for me to understand global markets and cultures. My fascination with marketing emerged once I understood how crucial it is in shaping brands, companies, and driving growth. technology has always been something that I always had my eye on, and one thing led to another, and now I'm in Daoversal's team.
Right. So you somehow found your passion in technology, but what inspired you to pursue a career in marketing?
For any industry these days, regardless of how well it's shaped or what kind of a product you have, what kind of a service you have, if you cannot reach your end users or your targeted end users, you're not going to be succeeding. And I noticed that marketing is a crucial part in that, especially when it comes to brand perception and driving growth.
Right. So marketing is the backbone of any major company or organization. Totally on board with you on that, Mohammed. But let's take a little bit of a more informal route. Tell us a bit about your passion, your lifestyle, your hobbies, a little bit. Let's get to know you, man.
All right, let me tell you then a simple story. In that case, I'm sure all of you have heard of the universal law of attraction. And some of you might believe in it, some might not believe in it, but for the past 20 years, actually, or so, I've heard all that spiritual mumbo jumbo. And until one day I found myself in the physical universe with one of the laws. It's a law in physics. You might want to write this down. So if I can have your attention regarding this, it's called constructive interference, meaning if there is two wavelengths, if both the wavelengths meet each other, the size of the frequency doubles. So that is something that actually both Einstein and Newton themselves could not explain the theory, meaning even if we're having conversation at the moment, it's costing energy. So either I'm taking energy from you or I'm either giving energy to you. This goes back to the question of why did I get into marketing? So I started going down the spiritual rabbit hole, and I found myself on a research on a project called Spain Scale of Emotion, SPANE. Researchers were able to take approximately 25,000 subjects and put them in a room. And they were able to measure the frequency leaving the human body, meaning we're able to isolate the frequency when people feel anger, passion, joy, arousal, elation, despair, with accuracy. And the most powerful form of frequency. Give me a guess, Raul. What do you think is the most powerful form of frequency, or any one of the guests that are listening in today?
Love.
No, that's actually one of the things that most people would assume, and myself also assumed. Authenticity, like truth. Truth is 4,000 times stronger than love. By truth, meaning the words that are coming out.
My guess would have been truth.
Yes, the words that you're saying, and more important, that you believe in what you're saying. So for me to join an organization, being part of an organization, it means I'm 2,000% behind the message. Building trust is needed for companies to connect with their users, and especially when it comes to the digital realm. So transparency and genuine interaction is also well needed as well when it comes to marketing.
All right, Mohammed, I think that's a very cool way of putting it. Like you started from physics, and then you took us to marketing, and then now you took us to trust. That's a very nice cycle that you put together. And folks, it's as I said in the opening speech, trust is the number one factor of, I wouldn't say success, but behind any success of a company, there requires trust. Do you agree with that, Mr. Mohammed?
100%.
Trust is absolutely essential. Okay, so now that we've got to know you a little bit, and it's going to be a very intellectual conversation, I believe. It's going to be a lot of quotes and references from intellectuals and scholars. I think you're a man of that stature. But let's move on a little bit more about marketing. Let's talk about marketing this time. What is your vision for Daoversal's marketing department, so to say?
As the CMO, my role involves building and nurturing the relationships with brands and its users. I work often on negotiating partnerships with collaborations for the development of Daoversal's planets in our ecosystem. As Jonah and Ash have shared, we have a few exciting partnerships coming up. I wish I had the liberty to talk about them. It's going to be big names that majority of us heard of them. And my job is to extend our hand, be open with them, and show them the user experience that we can give them through Daoversation.
And I'm sure we'd be happy to support you every step of the way. But nevertheless, we're not out of the marketing questions territory yet. Could you, Mr. Mohammed, please highlight for us some key strategies you plan to implement to achieve your marketing goals within Daoversation?
We're taking so far a holistic marketing strategy that combines traditional and Web3 marketing techniques. So the user experience, the metaverse experience, and the brand collaborations, and mostly importantly, leveraging our in-house technologies that we're currently having. Because everything that we're building is done in-house.
Very cool. Taking branding and pairing them up with Web3 for a solution that I'm pretty sure no other company has to offer except for Daoversation. So a truly innovative approach there, Mr. Mohammed. And we are very happy. And I'm sure most of the participants here are excited to see the fruit of your combination of Web3 and branding, and also the fruit of your marketing ingenuity. Okay, let's move on to company. Let's talk about Daoversation's alignment a little bit more, how it aligns with you. So, Mr. Mohammed, as the CMO, how do you see your role in contributing to the overall success and growth of Daoversation?
My role is to ensure that we can connect with our users, with our fans, in alignment with people who have passion for building. Not only building the Daoversation, but also building meaningful relationships, meaningful communities.
Right, folks. In other words, what he's trying to say, and if I may add, is that the very idea of this Daoversation, which is to connect with people, is actually one of the brainchild of Mr. Jonah and also Mr. Mohammed. It was their plan that the leaders could connect with the users and to foster a strong sense of engagement and a strong sense of community building. So why? So the reason we are all gathered here is thanks to the brilliant minds of Mr. Jonah and also Mr. Mohammed. As Mr. Mohammed has made it very clear, he plans to connect the leaders, the users, and for us to actually enjoy the overall experience of Daoversation. Thank you for putting that very clearly, Mr. Mohammed. Let's move on to the next question, because we have other items on today's agenda. So you have to forgive me if this AMA is rather expedited and rather quick, rather than a 1-hour conversation that we've had with Mr. Jonah, Mr. Ash, Mr. Neo, and Miss Kay. So your next question is, what attracted you to Daoversation?
The team, the vision, and the challenges and opportunities. The challenges we have faced together is something new, something exciting, something that is poised for an explosive growth. And where there is a challenge, there's also an opportunity to engage with audiences, from virtual events to branded spaces, as well being a digital frontier.
I like it, Mohammed. I like that response. I like that you said the first thing that you said was the people. And I'm assuming that's, of course, the C-level of Daoversation and Mr. Jonah, Mr. Ash, Miss Kay, Mr. Neo. So what the audience should actually understand in this is that the C-level is already, how do I put it? It's already inspirational enough. It's already motivating enough. So what they're going to do is they're going to build an entire community out of their vision. So if individuals, esteemed individuals like Mohammed, can be part of that journey, can be attracted to the vision that Daoversation has, I believe very soon the people will follow. Very soon the movement will happen. Daoversation will happen. It will boom. For we have such tremendous leaders and we have such inspirational and motivational leaders. Do you agree, Mr. Mohammed?
Certainly. especially like we're having like creative, knowledgeable people who don't have boundaries, and the possibilities are endless, especially when it comes to user engagement and marketing side of things.
Indeed, there is a pool of talent. Not to forget yourself, Mr. Mohammed. Your contributions shall not go unnoticed. So let's talk a little bit. Let's get our knee deep in the mud a little bit here. Let's talk about challenges and opportunities. In your view, what are the current challenges and opportunities in this industry?
The rapidly evolving technology and the user behavior. By this, I mean, as we all know, 2021 has been like an explosion in the Web3 space. 2022 took a bit of a dip, and 2023 has been a bit balanced. We're expecting 2024 bit going to, as they say, to the moon. So my strategy involves being agile enough and to capitalize on these opportunities while addressing any challenges that we might face head on.
Right, the rapidly evolving technology and how you have to stay ahead of the curve. We do agree with you. I'm sure most of the participants here do agree with you that that has been a challenge for most industries, especially in the industry that we are in, keeping up with technology. But then, how do you plan to leverage these challenges in your role as CMO?
The engagement with our users. As we earlier began, we want to have clear communication where the user can engage with us and that we rapidly can put into action. As you're well aware, lately the community has been like reaching over to us, and as soon as we can fix something, improve something, and we hear them out. And that's also the reason why we're having these Zoom calls where we can interact with the users.
Great stuff. Interaction, engagement, user first, just like the great Steve Jobs did it. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed, for sharing your thoughts on the challenges and the opportunities of Daoversal. Let's move on to the next question that we have here for you. As a CMO, it's safe to assume that you have a team of your own, right?
Absolutely.
You lead a team, right? So what kind of work culture and collaboration style do you promote within your team?
As you mentioned, the keyword collaboration is key. So we believe in fostering a culture of open communication and cross-functional teamwork. It is important for our marketing team to collaborate closely with other departments, like the development team, the design team, and communicate regularly with our CEO and hear the users as well out and following the latest marketing trends.
Right. Another part of our work cycle in which we have to be keeping ahead of the curve rather than technology, marketing as well. So you did mention about marketing trends, and marketing trend is an ever evolving field. Can you share with us some insights on your current marketing trends and its relevance to Daoversal?
I believe we should not forget the human dynamics or the human aspects. Of course, AI has been like picking up the past year or so, and in some aspects as well, beautiful. But I think in terms of marketing, really the blueprint of what is to be marketed and trusted comes from the human relationship or the human interaction. It holds more weight. And when shaking in hand and having conversation, rather than subtracting some kind of a jobs to AI. So the human interaction.
Great stuff there, Mohammed. Great stuff. I think you are truly a modern day Steve Jobs who says that marketing is about values. And I mean, there is the famous speech by Steve Jobs, if you could view it on YouTube. I think it's about how he says marketing, it's about value, and that the world is so noisy that you only have few seconds to tell people what you want to say before they lose interest in you. And it's always important to take an approach that is user oriented. Hats off to you, man. Hats off to you. I mean, the more we dig into you, the more we see that I would like to assume that Steve Jobs is one of your idol.
Rightfully so.
Definitely. He is a personal idol to me as well. Okay, enough about Steve Jobs. We're not going to be seeing him in the metaverse. Let's talk about success. How do you measure success? How do you define and measure success in your role as CMO?
It will be to stay curious and being open to adaptation. Especially we are currently in a rapidly evolving space. So we have to be open to new technologies and new trends. Essentially, we've built already a strong network and our network is growing. And we're looking for dynamic partnerships that can accelerate our growth and enhance the user experience.
The fact that you said stay curious is so much like a Steve Jobs quote, man. I think it's from the last page of he had a catalog in 1974 that said, stay hungry and stay foolish. And you just said, stay curious. It resonates so much with his values. Thank you again, Mohammed, for sharing. I think you're pretty much like a modern day Steve Jobs. So let's talk about KPIs. What KPIs do you consider most important for assessing the effectiveness of a marketing campaign?
Traditionally, we would be looking at the conversion rates, which we also look at it, of course, but the brand sentiment is something that we care more about, the brand of Daoversation. So quality feedback from our metaverse community, which helps us improve. And as you mentioning Steve Jobs a few times, look at Apple. The sales might go down a few years, it might go up, but the value of the brand. And that's our core focus, the value of Daoversation.
Man, I think just by you saying that, our list of participants would like to work under you. It sounds very interesting to be working under such a reputable and such a knowledgeable leader. Okay, let's talk a bit about team dynamics. As the leader of a team, as the CMO of a team, and I'm sure most of the C-level team members of any organizations can agree, conflicts do arise. So as a CMO, how do you handle team challenges or conflicts when they arise?
By trying to hear everyone out. And as we mentioned, we're working in a space that goes fast. So of course, there's been situations where there's going to be a conflict, but conflict is also good. It means opportunity to hear each other out and find resolutions that can benefit the team and the overall mission, which is let's build things and take Daoversation to the moon.
Let's indeed build things and take Daoversation to the moon. Okay, enough of the formalities, enough of taking things so serious. Let's talk a bit about outside of work. On a more personal note, what are some of your interests or hobbies outside of work?
You've already mentioned reading books, exploring literature on marketing, technology, psychology, and as well following digital technologies. And if I may, a book that I can recommend is a book called Conscious, How to Build the Words of Mouth by Digital Age. It's by Jonah Berger. It gives you valuable insights about not only the human psychology, but as well human psychology that can be used for marketing. Aside from that, go for walks and enjoy spending time with friends and family.
You know, my next question to you, Mohammed, was, is there a book or a resource that you'd recommend? And you've already been proactive in that and you've answered the questions, I think, with 2 or 3 different books. So thank you for that. Let's talk about immediate goals before we wrap up this session. We're already almost approaching the 50 minutes mark of this town hall. We still have a lot to do. So as a CMO, what are your immediate priorities and goals as you step into the role of CMO?
It's to raise more awareness for Daoversation, and we're also focused on expanding our network, brand partnerships, and most importantly, making sure that our revenue targets are met. So we have a few exciting initiatives coming up, virtual events and off-live events, where we're expecting everyone who's on the call to be joining us as well. And in the near future, we're announcing some big collaborations and big things are coming. So I'm going to be leaving that to Jonah to announce it very near in the future.
Thank you, Mohammed. But on your side, on the marketing side of things, are there any upcoming initiatives that you'd like to highlight for us and the audience? Is there any beans that you could spill?
There's going to be a football tournament going to be hosted here in UAE very soon. And we are in talks with a major brand, top 3 that everyone should recognize it. And Daoversal is going to be mentioned in this football tournament. And there's going to be a series of other real life events where Daoversal is going to be part of it. So stay tuned.
Right. So, dear audience, if you're interested in football or if you're interested to stand on the sideline and cheer for Mr. Mohammed as he tries to, as he does his football magic, be sure to keep an eye on the announcement of the football tournament that Daoversal will be hosting. Well, that's all the questions I have for you, Mr. Mohammed. Is there any other thing you'd like to say to the audience before we move on to the next agenda?
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. And I'm excited to see our Daoversal communities grow.
Right, and we are truly excited for, if I may quote Steve Jobs, we are truly excited to see you put a dent in the universe.
Which we certainly will.
Right, brother. Thank you so much for being such an awesome sport. Thank you so much for answering all the questions too, and keeping it very simple. I do admire the way you articulate your words. It's very short, it's very simple, and it's very easy to follow. Such a marketing thing to say. And that wraps up the third item for today's agenda, which was to have a brief little Daoversation with the CMO of Daoversal, Mr. Mohammed. Folks, before we part ways with Mr. Mohammed, why not we extend a round of virtual applause to the man for taking his time to be here with us. Right, the participants list is full of handshakes and confettis and love. Mr. Mohammed, I think you have truly won the hearts of the people. But nevertheless, Mr. Mohammed, on behalf of all the participants here, I would like to humbly thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks, time to move on to the third agenda for today's town hall. Just like any other town hall, it's not a one-way street. It's all the stakeholders involved in a certain company or a certain project. We discuss ideas, we share impacts, and we talk about how we can charter the future together. Hence, we come to the next item for today, which is inviting a guest speaker. We've sent out invitations to several individuals. Unfortunately, not all of them got back to us, but those that are here, we are honored to have them, and we are more than happy to invite them to stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off the next agenda for today, I would like to invite Mr. Kev Barefoot to the stage to share his thoughts on Daoversal, how it has impacted him, and however else he would like to add into his speech. Mr. Kev Barefoot, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, Raoul. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Mr. Kev.
Okay. Good morning, everyone from the United Kingdom. As the General of the Bureau at Forefront and a representative of the members that we serve, I'd like to thank Jonah and the team behind Daoversal for doing a fantastic job bringing the SocialFi metaverse to our global communities. Not only have we brought a glimmer of hope to the people that have traveled a long and volatile journey in the crypto space, but you've offered us all a sense of belonging and given us a platform to believe in again. The transparency and honesty that we have experienced so far gives the members a new lease of life, and the Bureau can now focus on helping members to get the best out of what Daoversal can offer in the coming months ahead. So we're all eager to find out what's on the horizon for Daoversal in a near future. can we share any insights into upcoming developments or initiatives that will continue to empower our members and enhance our experience within this remarkable social-fi metaverse? We're all eager to hear about what's next and how we can continue to collaborate effectively.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kev. Was that a question to Jonah?
It was a question to Jonah, so yes.
Right. I'm gonna have to nudge him there. Mr. Jonah, are you there?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry, Kev, can you repeat that last part? My apologies. I was just
I
typing
can,
something
Jonah,
as you
no,
said.
no problem, no problem. I'm relaying questions from members of our community. And the question was, so what's on the horizon for Daoversal in the near future? Can you share any insights into upcoming developments or initiatives that will continue to empower our members and enhance our experience within this remarkable social-fi metaverse? We're eager to hear about what's next and how we can continue to collaborate effectively.
Yeah, so I would say the biggest thing that we have outside of the TFA in terms of development is going to be the fact that we will be launching our MySpace, which is the first, I would say, product that is part of our metaverse experience. So this is extremely exciting because this MySpace will have two sections. The first one being the free version, which is free for up to 15 people. And you will have a limited time of approximately 45 minutes to use this service. MySpace is a very unique product, but I'll get more in depth with that later. And the second part of that will also be the premium version, which allows you to have unlimited time and up to 200 people join your space. This is something which we think is extremely unique because this is going to actually take our Zoom sessions and the way that we interact on a weekly basis to the digital realm, where we actually have a more personalized experience behind that. So the goal, of this is essentially to transition from these type of Zoom sessions to an actual physical meetup in the metaverse, where of course then we can continue this conversation in a more immersive and personalized manner. So this is going to be a area of focus of ours in the coming months. And I think everyone will find the value of that because there's lots of things you can do with MySpace, whether you're customizing the environment, changing the lighting, the mood settings, things like that, or you're showcasing some of your NFT collection to your fellow guests. Or of course, if you are also going to do live presentations, watch movies or videos, all of this will be able to happen actually within the MySpace. Everything you can do on Zoom and in kind of like Twitter Spaces will be combined into a more digital version, which is back behind an avatar and a really cool landscape which we have developed. So we actually have an NFT sale that will be coming up for the MySpace Pass, the premium version of that. So please stay tuned because this will be something I think everyone will be excited to be a part of. And this is just another one of our many products that we are offering. So if you do wish to have the premium version, then I implore you to look into the NFTs that we will be launching. And if that fits your criteria, if that's something that you'd be interested in, please feel free to join.
Okay, can I ask what is the timeline of the launching of MySpace, Jonah?
Yeah, so the MySpace should be launched here within the next quarter. I would like to say 2 to 3 months. However, the free version will go live the free version will go live simultaneously with the premium version. Just the limitations on what you can do with the free version opposed to the premium version. So those things will be described more in depth when the website is live, along with more information on exactly our development roadmap for that product. But I can safely assume that safely say that this project or this product will come out actually within 1 quarter, so 3 months.
I think the synchronicity of this happening is absolutely fantastic, because I had a meeting with our group last night, and I was explaining to them that I'd been in talks with a fashion designer that was already using AR and VR, that was looking for a metaverse space to promote their products. So the introduction of MySpace sounds fantastic, and if that's going to be launched within the next quarter, the synchronicity of this is fantastic. And like I say, this is where we can start to develop the metaverse at the same speed as what it's been rolled out at. Very important. That. Thank you, Jonah, for that.
Hey, not a problem. I hope you guys are as much as excited as I am for this, because I think this will be an amazing proof of concept of what we're capable of doing, but just such a strong utility to add to our project. You know, when we talk about blockchain-based projects, some of the biggest points that people like to ask about is, you know, what is the utility behind this product, you know? And for us, it's development and providing products like this. So I'm extremely excited to add this to our list of products, and I think everyone will benefit from using such a platform as ours. MySpace will be extremely exciting.
Absolutely, and we really appreciate the transparency and trust that we're building up together, from the members right up to you know, team leaders and the company CMOs, CTOs, CEOs, etc. So many thanks, Jonah, for taking the time to speak with us today. Thank you.
Not a problem. There is one other thing I will mention. That will be actually that we have an update to the platform for the amount of land that everyone can purchase. This will be rolled out very soon, hopefully before the 25th, but I'll need to confirm. But essentially what will happen is now people will be able to own 2 iron land, 4 bronze land, and 4 iron land. Sorry, I think I said 2 stone land in the beginning is what I meant to say. 2 stone land, 4 bronze, and 4 iron. This unique trait will allow people to actually expand the amount of land ownership that they have on each planet, but also, you know what I mean, be able to participate in staking in the way that traditionally suits most blockchain-based projects. We've had a lot of requests about opening this up because some people would like to, you know, extract more resources or do some staking on our platform, but feel like they are possibly limited at this time. So we wanted to open this up, so then that way it's easier for everyone to actually participate in the way that they want. Some people are probably happy with what they have, which is totally fine. But for those people that would like to take a more aggressive route, then this will be open to you. The other thing that we have also is that the ranking will actually change. So that way it's easier to actually rank up and acquire a piece of iron land. I will post more details about this in an official announcement in our Telegram, but this just gives you an idea of what we're doing based off the feedback that we've had from the community, that it's maybe hard to acquire this iron land. So we want to reduce the barrier of entry, or reduce difficulties that some of the community members have, to ensure then that it's accessible to them as well.
Okay, I can confirm, Jonah, that you are coming up with the results before being asked, because many of our members have already been requesting via myself if we can expand the number of plots that we can purchase. So I can confirm that you know, you're coming up with the results that members are actually wanting. One other question, may I ask another question while I'm on?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sure. In the back office, when we want to update our manifesto, we can't do it without changing the name of our planet. Is there any chance that that can be changed in the future?
Yeah, I would like to actually see that function be kind of separate, because the description might actually be something that people want to update more frequently, opposed to the name and the image. You know, simply because if you do have a typo, you want to be able to rectify that situation. So I completely understand. As of right now, our system is kind of stuck in a way where it's like it's all in one to update the planet information. But we can see if there's something we can do. I can't make promises, but we can see if there's something we can do to separate those two. So in that way, the description is more accessible without needing to wait another 15 days in the event that you make a typo or something like that.
Sure. Well, like I say, I can confirm that the response that we're getting regarding minor bugs and errors, we're getting fantastic response from tech support team and whatnot. So many thanks, Jonah. Thank you for allowing me the time to speak with you today. It's really appreciated.
Not a problem. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kev Barefoot. And that is precisely the purpose of this town hall. It's not only for you to share your personal testimony, but it's also for us to gather ideas. It's for us to take what we already have to greater heights. Thank you so much for your insights, Mr. Kev Barefoot. And also, we look forward to more responses. Up next, I would like to invite none other than the remarkable and wonderful Queen BD DOK to the stage. The stage is yours, Queen B.
Hi again, Jonah. Brilliant. We're really looking forward to learning about MySpace. And the community have been asking me ever such a lot, when can we get more land? So that's fantastic. And the ranks, that will be now easier for them to achieve. I would like to say to everyone on here, please, if you haven't already, get all of your members into that main Daoversal Telegram group, because that is the main place where you can get the best support. Also, in the smaller groups, I'm constantly being sent misinformation. If you are looking after your own small groups, please remove such things. And definitely, if you're unsure about information someone's posted, send it to David or myself in the main Telegram group so that we can deal with it swiftly and get rid of this misinformation.
Amazing, Dee. Thank you so much. I think everyone will value, hearing the correct information. And sometimes, there is translation barriers or translation issues just simply because of people speaking multiple languages. So being able to provide a clear information depending on which region you're in, but have it be correct information, I think is extremely valuable, and everyone will benefit greatly from taking a little bit of extra time just to clarify prior to giving them an announcement to their community.
Absolutely. Communication is everything, isn't it? It's what we need, just clear, accurate information. And anything that is not that, it just needs stopping dead in its tracks straight away. And we need to be very clear about everything. Also, you guys see such a lot of complaining in the groups. I do just want to say, Jonah, and to the entire team, how much we appreciate everything, and we're all super excited to be going forwards with this company.
Thank you so much, Dee. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak, and just giving us a couple updates from more of an admin perspective, but also a valued community member and leader that's providing the support and education that a lot of people ask. So thank you so much. And I hope that some other leaders can benefit from your advice.
Sure. And also, I'm now doing more or less daily a back office training. So anyone in that Telegram group who wants to reach out to me, will get you into that. It's just a really simple, easy way to walk through the Daoversal back office. And it's about, buying your land, the benefits of land, and everything that you need to do in that account. A lot of people are finding this useful. So just reach out to me if that's something you're interested in. Anyone on this call. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dee.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Dee. Your words truly are very warm, and I'm sure we are all happy to hear from you at the later time. Up next, do we have anyone else who would like to share their thoughts, questions? Anyone else who would like to engage with the remarkable Mr. Jonah before we end today's session?
I think we
Right,
have Janice and Coach Leon.
yeah, Coach Leon, can you hear me? If you can, we have requested that you unmute.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, the floor is yours,
You good?
Coach Leon.
Hey, John. Hey, John. You already know Coach Leon. One of the things I'm seeing, the questions I asked, in terms of lowering the barrier, in terms of the ranking, it also got in my viewpoint, the ranking was mostly about helping increase individuals on the platform. Also, is any way you have to add that back into it?
Is there any way, sorry, what?
No, the ranking was about adding other increasing membership process, not only just about the level of plants being sold and so forth, but increase the audience.
Correct.
Because first it will be like five. The desire to upgrade your level will require you to increase the people in your platform, build your network out, not based on resources only, if that makes sense.
Correct.
So
Yeah, yeah.
well, go ahead, you guys, you know.
Okay, yeah. So I think the ranking system, it works very well to help, encourage people to, try and improve the ranking within the platform, because obviously as you increase your ranking, you'll slowly start to see more benefits of the platform, whether it's in the form of getting exclusive rights to purchase land, or whether it's possibly even seeing a ranking reward in the term of tokens or DU. So there's multiple benefits to actually getting the ranking. However, at the early stages, we do not want to emphasize so much on that side of things, but we want to allow people to actually use the platform without resistance, or resistance being that you can't actually purchase the land that you want. So just from a general consensus that I've had, if there is a valued team leader or a planet owner, let's say, that wants to actually have people purchase land on their planet, but they are an iron owner, or sorry, yeah, they're an iron owner, it's very hard for them to actually get those people to purchase their planet, because of course the ranking system kind of hinders them. And from my perspective, if you have spent the most to actually sit there and acquire an iron land, then we need to do more from the team side of things to actually support those planet owners to actually then get users on their planet by purchasing this land. So we have decided to lower the ranking system because we don't want it to favor just the stone planet owners. We don't want it to favor just the bronze planet owners, but we also want the iron planet owners to have access to the community as well. And a lot of people actually have been going for those other planets because of that. So this is just a way to actually kind of even the playing field for those people that purchase an iron planet and maybe feel left out, like, hey, I want to invite a whole bunch of my friends to actually buy some land on my planet, but they can't buy it because their rank isn't high enough. So this is just a solution to make it more favorable for everyone, and of course allow those people to be acknowledged as well, because we do value them owning an iron planet. It's just hard to have some community members that have purchased this planet, but maybe have the hardest time to actually get people to buy on their planet. So we're trying to change that.
I agree with you, Jonah. Because I have an iron planet, and based on that factor, was on just wasn't able to wasn't able to force anything on it because of that. So I agree with that, but I appreciate the explanation there too. So that's the motion of that question, is so everybody could understand more behind it. Thanks for that.
Not a problem.
So appreciate the time.
Anytime. Guys, I do have another meeting. I may have to cut this short. We have gone over a little bit, 15 minutes over.
Yeah,
Raul,
I agree with you, Jonah. Folks, you have to apologize. You have to forgive Mr. Jonah, for he has another urgent matter to attend to the office. We'll just take one short question here from Michael von Maroon. And his question is not so much for Mr. Jonah, I would say, because he's simply having an issue to upload a picture in which he never did to his planet, and his planet name existed, and support could not help until now. Could you please raise an inquiry in the chat box in the Telegram group, and we'd be happy to address this, Michael von Maroon. And folks, if you have any other questions, please just shout out in the Telegram group, and we'll do our best to assist you. Mr. Jonah, is there anything else that you'd like to add before you leave us all?
No, I think that's everything, other than if for Michael, if the image is very high quality, we limit the megabytes of which the image can be uploaded. So I would recommend looking at the error message. I think it's actually like has to be under 4 MB. I could be wrong, it might be 2. But if that's the case, then you can just use like an online image compression tool that will actually compress the image and make it the size of it, the file size, a little bit less. And I hope that helps with your upload. Besides that, guys, I think that is everything.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jonah. Thank you so much, Mr. Ash, and also to Mr. Mohammed. And my heartfelt thanks to all the audience and participants who has joined this session. Before we end, I put together a short text. So as we come to the culmination of this remarkable Daoversal Town Hall, which is the first of many to come, we promise to have this every month for you to take the stage and have a word with the leaders behind Daoversal. I would like to leave you with a resounding message. Now, in this room that we had between the 200 of us and across screens far and wide, we witness the energy, the passion, and the dedication that defined Daoversal. We've heard from our leaders, our expert, and our visionaries, but most importantly, we heard from you, the heartbeat of this remarkable universe. You are not just a part of Daoversal. You are Daoversal. You are the driving force behind every innovation, behind every milestone, and behind every success. Your trust, your ideas, and your relentless pursuit of excellence powers this universe. Today, I challenge you to reflect on our journey. From the very inception, we've defied the odds, pushed boundaries, and carved a path into the unknown. We've embraced challenges as opportunities, celebrated each victory, and learned from every setback. But this is not where our journey ends, folks. It's where it begins anew. Daoversal is not just a company. It's a movement, it's a vision, and it's a testament to human potential. It's the belief that together we can create something extraordinary, something that transcends the ordinary. Believe in Daoversal. Believe in the power of collaboration, innovation, and the indomitable human spirit. Believe that the future we envision is not a dream, but a destiny waiting to be realized. So as we leave this virtual gathering today, carry with you the spirit of Daoversal. Let it ignite your passion, fuel your determination, and guide your very actions. Let it remind you that we are not just shaping a universe. We are shaping the future itself. In the grand cosmic tapestry of existence, Daoversal is our canvas, and each one of us, every idea, every endeavor is a stroke of brilliance that paints a brighter, more vibrant future. So go forth with unwavering belief, dare to dream like the impeccable Mr. Mohammed, who happens to be a Steve Jobs lover as I am, who always loves to say, dare to dream, dare to innovate, and I would like to add, dare to lead. Together, we are the architects of our destiny, and together we will redefine what's possible. Thank you for being a part of this extraordinary journey. The future of Daoversal is indeed in your hands, and I, for one, have no doubt that it will be nothing short of spectacular. Believe in Daoversal because the best is yet to come. But as for today, this is goodbye.